Hello guys, this is leathertoolz, and today I'm gonna talk about the knife bevel blade grind and about my new knife project. I'm not going to talk about all the knife grind in this video because my channel is mainly for leathertoolz. So I'm going to just briefly explain three main grinds that most leathertoolz have. Okay, first of all, it's a chisel ground. Chisel ground is mostly found in Japanese knives, and it looks like this. Okay, and these angles, it's between 17 to 15. Okay, whether it's lefty or righty, it's the same. 17 to 15. They are only ground for one side. Okay. Now, next angle is a saber ground, but you write like this. It looks like this. Okay. That's the cutout for your knife, and the usually this grind is about 20 degrees. So 20 degrees on both sides makes 40 degrees total. This is very common in Western kitchen knives. And this knife grind is very easy to make, and it's relatively easy to sharpen. I think chisel ground is a lot easier on the same thickness of the knife, but saber ground is also easy to maintain because you have very flat angles. I mean the flat surface on both sides. So you may find this on many Western leathertoolz, those the Breguet Blanchard, the indispensable knives. They have a brass, the cover, and the blade is sticking out. You know, this kind of knife, they have a saber grind. You will know what I mean. Okay. And next is a convex grind. Okay, it's a convex grind. These usually you have to. It's not common, but it's common in knife industry that the edge has a strong tip, so it looks like this. Okay, it has more like a round shape. Okay, instead of just going change colors. Instead of just going like this, you have this much of metal in the blade. Okay, so that it's sharp and it can hold a pressure or stress because it has a lot of metal, so it stays sharper. Okay, there are many pros and cons for these three grinds. One is that for chisel grind, the pros is it's really easy to sharp. Okay, it's easy, but con is that there is a left and righty sides, so one should go for left-handed. You can't really use it as a right-handed. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is only based on my opinion, so if you think it's not, then fine, you can go ahead with what you want to use and whatever you want. And next is saber grind. This grind is better to be like medium for between these two volt. Okay, it's easy to sharp and it's ambidextrous. And it holds an edge pretty well. But the convex grind is known to be the best for the knife because it holds an edge extremely well. And it's a sharp, really sharp. And but the con is this is pros. The cons is this is hard to make. Okay, for the average guys, for the beginners maybe, the convex grind is hard to resharpen. Okay, you need a special technique, or you need materials like a mouse pad. I'll explain on the back later. So okay, so these are the knife grinds mainly on leather crafts. Okay, so how to sharpen chisel grind is easy. You just consider this is the sharpening stone, and you just grind just on a stone. You can go back and forth, and you can sharpen the flat side first, and then you can sharpen the bevel, and then you're good. Okay, for the saber grind, you can just lay your knife certain angle, the angle provided. You can sharpen like this. Usually you need more practice than sharpening chisel grind, because chisel grind have a much space to put on the stone, so it's rather easy to be consistent on a sharpening stone. But saber grind has a very short surface to put on a stone, so it's kind of tricky to maintain the same angle. But you'll get along, and you'll get your skills your skills better and better. You'll do better if you do a lot. Okay, and the problem is convex. Okay, most knife makers can make convex grind, because usually convex grind is like this, and when the knife makers use belt sander, they go like the belts on a slick belt. They on a piece of belt, it's really loose. When you put the knife on a loose belt, the belt kind of rides along with the edge, so that it forms a round shape on both sides. You can just flip back on yeah, like that. So on both sides you get a round edge and sharp tip. It's not easy for a normal person own a belt sander, so when you need to resharpen the convex knife, be careful. Okay, a lot of knife makers recommend a mouse pad or any of sponge-like materials like this, so that it's very spongy, and you can lay down the sandpaper, and then you can sharpen your knife, so that sponges have more give like the belt sand does. So that think as this is sponges, and then you have a same effect. The problem is when the sandpaper gets like coarser, they relatively have tendency of they're thicker. Okay, so that they don't really give this effect much. Usually the higher grit at the sandpaper gets like thinner, so higher grit, it's better result. And if you don't want to this hassle, you need to get a strop. Okay, strop is like the wood board with the leather fuzzy side up, and you put up compound, and then you can have a very fine sharpening stone with the leather. Okay, so go get piece of wood and make a handle shape like this, and then cut piece of leather, and with the fuzzy side up, you know, the hair, like, no, not the hair, I mean the you know, the fuzzy side. There is a just smooth side and the fuzzy side on the, you know, back of the leather. Yeah, back of the leather facing out, and the glue the smooth side with the wood. Okay, so you can have fuzzy side. Make sure you get thick leather, like thick ones, like I recommend you more than 5mm. Okay, so that it can give you the, you know, this kind of look, I mean effect. Okay, it will, the more it gives, the better. Okay, so it forms an this shape so that you can sharpen. Okay, most convex knives, you don't really need a sandpaper sharpening. You can just maintain the edge with a strop. And if you are new to the knives and if you are just a beginner, don't ever do a sandpaper on a spongy technique. Okay, you can make your knives duller than it used to be. Okay, just use a compound. Green or white will be nice, like 5,000 grit, upper than 5,000 grit compound is good. So you can just maintain it and you will get a scary sharper edge. Now back to the topic. So in the conclusion, for my knives, I will try to put a convex grind for this one, because I usually put chisel grind on my knives. I only made Japanese knives before, so I only put just a chisel grind. But this time I'll try make a convex grind. Okay, I already made a false edge on it before I make a heat treatment, because if I just do the this part after heat treatment, it'd be so hard to grind these down. So I just make a rough shape out of to form a convex grind, and then I will just make the final edge after the heat treatment. I did not use bell sander. I just hand sand these with the sandpapers, and then I kind of worked my way out to make this as a convex grind. It's not ready yet. I can't really call this convex grind, because it's not right now. It's not working, but can you see? It's fairly even grind. Yeah, I think these scratches will be off. I'm going to remove it later, so don't worry. Right, so before heat treatment, I gotta make my maker's mark. I'm going to hit it with my maker's mark. Next video, I'll talk about my maker's mark and dots and all that. So after that, we can stamp it and we can heat treat it. Okay, everything is going smooth. Even though I'm extremely busy, I'm trying to work my best way out to finish this project. And okay, so I'm just stepping little by little to my goal. I think I can finish this before the this year's end, pretty much before summer, I hope. But thank you for patiently waiting, and don't forget to thumbs up to my video and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Okay, bye bye.